What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy, Dope. Back with another video, you dig what I'm saying, man? And I know y'all been waiting on this video, man. Ever since I moved to DC, I've been getting comments, DMs, oh, you moving? Why you leaving Atlanta? Why DC? Why DC? Why DC? And I'm finna tell y'all why DC. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, cause I'm about to compare both of these cities. DC, which is Chocolate City, to Atlanta, which is Black Hollywood. A lot of people, they be in such a rush to move to Atlanta, especially, you know, young black people. You know, young black people who we getting career oriented, we starting to become more of adults, more mature, and our life is starting to take form, take shape, and we starting to take control of our own lives where we could move where we want to move without our parents, you know what I'm saying, without college being a thought, you know, you really thinking about family, career, and all of that. So I see a lot of people, especially young black people, they always want to move to Atlanta, especially entrepreneurs. You know, everybody want to come to Atlanta. And as an Atlanta native, somebody who's been in Atlanta my whole life, you know, I feel like Atlanta is a very overrated place. And also, it's a whole lot of hype, it's a whole lot of smoke and mirrors, it's a whole bunch of cap, you feel me? So it's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about Atlanta because y'all not on the inside. Like y'all ain't really grow up there, y'all don't really know the streets, y'all don't really know the lingo, y'all don't know the people, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know nobody who really have an emotion or nothing like that. So it's like, it's totally different from when you raised somewhere versus when you just not coming and you visiting and you just not getting your feet wet, you know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people, they in such a rush to move to Atlanta, and then some people get to Atlanta and realize this ain't even where they want to be. You feel me? Or some people been to Atlanta all their life and realize this ain't it. And that's where I am in life. So first things first, I just want to go ahead and say, let's talk about the cost of living. This cost of living, your money is definitely important, people. Your money is definitely important. It's probably the most important thing when moving or when looking for a place to move. You got to know how much money you got, how much money you need, and how much money you got to make. You feel me? To maintain your lifestyle in this new city. So this based on, let's just base it on like $50,000. You know, I know everybody out here is rich as hell. I know everybody making $100K, $250, $1 million a year. I know everybody rich as hell out here on the internet. I know y'all rich as shit. So money shouldn't be no problem. So we just gonna base it off of $50,000. I know that's low. I know y'all making way more than $50,000 a year out there. I know, okay? Cause even though the numbers say we not, but I know y'all are. So based on $50,000, the cost of living in DC is $65,000. Whereas the cost of living in Atlanta would be about $32,000. And that's just to live, you know, that's bills. We're not talking about dinner. We're not talking about trips to Saks. We're not talking about Hawks games. We're not talking about all the extracurriculars. We're talking about strictly to live, man. Strictly to live. So just off rip, you know what I'm saying? Just off rip, how much things gonna cost. Off a $50,000 salary, DC is about $65,000, whereas Atlanta is about, you know what I'm saying, $30,000 to $40,000. You know what I'm saying? Which is it's a whole lot cheaper. You feel me? And that's simply because we just in the South. Everything is cheaper in the South. You ain't really gotta pay for much in the South. The South got a bunch of land. The South, honestly, is behind. As I'm starting to move and travel and stuff, the South is definitely like behind. But Atlanta is the mecca of the South, so I understand why everybody want to come there. But it's like the South is kind of behind, so that's why like we move slower. People say we talk country. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the South. So things are gonna be a lot cheaper, whereas when you come up north, things are gonna be more expensive because you got more bills. You gotta pay for bags at the grocery store. I didn't know that. Like the bags ain't even free. Like you gotta pay $1 to get a bag at the grocery store, which is crazy. Cause how am I ever supposed to really make groceries if I gotta pay for all these bags? You feel me? But based on cost of living, just off real, DC is higher than Atlanta. So if you wanna pay less, go to Atlanta. But for some reason, I feel like you will still pay more money living in Atlanta, and y'all know why. Because Atlanta is a distraction. So you're gonna end up coming up with way more money just trying to play keep up in Atlanta. Because that's all Atlanta is about, is just playing keep up. That's all you're doing, is trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're gonna wanna be in the social circles, you're gonna wanna be in the clubs, you're gonna wanna be in the sections. I'm telling you. You might say, oh no, I'm not the type of person. When you get to Atlanta, you are gonna turn into that type of person. I'm telling you, you're gonna be spending a whole lot of money. You're gonna be lost in the sauce. So that's what I'm telling you. Like, You feel me? So I know. Take it from somebody who know. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Okay? I'm not trying to shit on Atlanta. I'm just trying to tell y'all what's gonna happen. You feel me? So you probably gonna end up spending way more money living in Atlanta than living in DC. Now let's talk about things to do. Now I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta got DC washed when it comes to the things to do category, because Atlanta, I feel like it's always something to do. It's always a club open. The clubs stay open till like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. You got the after hour spots. You feel me? Like you got the strip clubs. You got museums. You got all the restaurants. You got all the the museums and all that stuff to do. Like Atlanta is just a party city, man. Atlanta's just a party city, and I feel like in Atlanta it's just always something to do. You know what I'm saying? It's always something to do. People always coming. People always going. Flights is always connecting and all of that. Like, it's just always something to do in Atlanta, man. It's always something to do in Atlanta. Whereas DC, I feel like, even though I ain't been here that long and I ain't really found a social circle to really know like, oh, this is what's popping here. This is what you need to go do. You need to go check this out. Like every time I ask people like, oh, what should I do in DC? They be like, oh, go see the museum, go to the Capitol, go see all the monuments. You know what I'm saying? They be telling me stuff like that. Like, so, and even like on the radio, like I ain't heard nobody be like, oh, we having $2 Tuesdays here. Make sure, oh, DC pop out. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really experienced nothing like that yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't experienced nothing like that yet. So I don't really know about many things to do in DC. It's kind of dead, but I like it though. I like it like that. Like I said, I want to be out the way. You know what I'm saying? I take walks. I take my dog on a walk. You know what I'm saying? I take shorties on dates. You know what I'm saying? I go to work. I get my money. I come home. I'm not trying to be on the scene. So DC works out perfectly for me, man. Because I ain't looking for nothing to do. You feel me? I ain't looking for nothing to do. Because that's how bad things happen when you be looking for something to do. My grandma taught me that a long time ago. When you're looking for stuff to do, then that's when you get in trouble. So now let's talk about networking, because we all know your network is your net worth. You know what I'm saying? Or however they say, your network is your net worth, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So let's talk about networking opportunities now. In every city, wherever you at, networking is definitely up to you. Because you can network on your phone, you can network in the office, you can network, you know what I'm saying? You can network anywhere, but it depends on you. You have to open your mouth to network. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's just gonna talk to you. You know what you want. You know what you need out of life. Now, I will say the social circles are different. So it's like it depends on what you want to network about. Now, I will say if you're more serious, if you're more career oriented, business oriented, you know what I'm saying? You more on a serious note, I say come to DC. This is where all the business get handled at. This is exactly where all the business get handled at. Declaration of Independence. You know what I'm saying? This is where all the bills get passed at. You know what I'm saying? If you're really trying to get something done, we in the Capitol. This is where business get handled at. You know what I'm saying? This is literally where business get handled at. If you really awesome on that business type time, you trying to get a government job, you're trying to get in good somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Come to the nation's capital. You're gonna be straight. Now, if you're trying to network on some industry, some influencers, some, you know what I'm saying, black entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? If you trying to be on the scene, you trying to get your name out there, stuff like that, of course, go to Atlanta. Atlanta is Black Hollywood, man. Everything is there. Tyler Perry Studios, QC Records, everybody there, man. Like Google, everybody is there in Atlanta, man. Everything is there in Atlanta. If you really trying to network, you will network. If you just on the scene, shows for independent artists, they got network shops and all this. There's all type of stuff, baddies brunches, and there's all type of stuff that you could buy and go to. Like it's nonstop networking in Atlanta because everybody do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the hairdressers, you got the beauty community, it's just so many different communities in Atlanta, man. I can't even keep up, I ain't gonna lie, but needless to say, the networking opportunities in Atlanta is endless. Like whatever your industry is, you will find it in Atlanta. Whatever your crowd is in Atlanta, you will find it. And y'all will network and you're gonna have a good time. I guarantee if you come to Atlanta and can't find no friends, it's you. It's definitely you, because your crowd is there, your network is there, your people is there. I'm telling you, Atlanta is a perfect place to network, especially when you're trying to, really get something off the ground, because black people support black people, the women support the women. Like it's really a beautiful thing. It's really a black excellent city. So if you're trying to network in that type of space, you're gonna win. I promise you're gonna win. To piggyback off the networking, let's also talk about the career and job opportunities. So this go hand in hand with like your money and stuff like that. So obviously, both cities are growing when it comes to career opportunities and all of that. It just depends on what type of industry you want to be in. Like in DC, like I said, I feel like everybody in DC got a real job. Like everybody in DC, like they work at the Pentagon, they work at the White House, they work at the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? They working at National Geographic, they working at, you know what I'm saying? Like people in DC, like they got real jobs. You feel me? Like whereas people in Atlanta, you don't know what people in Atlanta do. You ask a motherfucker what they do in Atlanta, they like, oh, I'm just outside but making these moves, man. Like people in Atlanta don't tell you what they do. Like people in Atlanta got jobs. Like I have a job in Atlanta, but I'm not gonna tell you what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because then people like to pass judgment. Let's just call it spade to spade. People like to pass judgment on jobs and careers. And in Atlanta, everybody has this fake motion. Everybody just has this fake motion. Whereas like you'll think of shorty out of your league, and you go get a 4 for 4 from Wendy's, and she in the drive-thru taking your order. You know what I'm saying? Like you thought shorty was out your league. You feel me? Like people in Atlanta have jobs. We just don't say what our job title is because people are quick to pass judgment. You know what I'm saying? People are quick to assess your life and your lifestyle based on the job you told them. So it's like if I have Alexander McQueen's on and I say, oh yeah, I work at McDonald's, people gonna be like, oh no, it don't add up. You know what I'm saying? So instead of telling you I'm going to McDonald's, I'm gonna be like, oh, I got a couple plays to make. You know what I'm saying? I got this going on. You know what I'm saying? Like in Atlanta, it's just a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors, like I said. But nonetheless, though, Atlanta actually has real job opportunities. Like as far as like tech, like the world of tech is opening up Atlanta like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the world of tech is in Atlanta like crazy. And just in general, like real estate, if you like people in Atlanta have real jobs. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't want to babble, I don't want to get into it, but people in Atlanta have real jobs. So like, obviously, you gotta have a real job. Now, if you want to scam, if you want to scheme on the side, you gonna have to do that too. Cause like I said, you gonna spend some money in Atlanta. You gonna feel that pressure of, you know what I'm saying, keeping up, and you gonna feel that pressure. So you know what I'm saying, you might want to get you a hustle, a job, a career, a scam. You gonna need something in Atlanta. I'm telling you. But the opportunities is endless. You gonna find something. You gonna find exactly what you need. I guarantee you. Once again, just like networking. If you broke in Atlanta, that's your fault. Remember I told you that now. Alright. Now this next subject, unfortunately, this is something I haven't been able to do in DC, and that is nightlife. Now let's talk about the nightlife, man. Now y'all know, ain't no nightlife better than Atlanta, bro. I'm not even gonna say nothing about DC. Ain't nothing jumping off in DC, bro. I could be wrong. If you from DC, if you live in DC, please comment down below. Tell me where to be at, and I'm gonna be there. I promise you, I'm gonna be there. Me and my camera, we gonna be there because I'm gonna catch the vibes. But don't no city party like Atlanta, man. Ain't no other city you can come to and see a crowd full of young black people flexing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find nobody. You can come to the club and see Lil Baby. You can come to the club and see your favorite celebrity, your favorite rapper. They pulling up Lambo truck, Rolls Royce truck, Ferrari. You dig what I'm saying? Like you not gonna see another black city pop out like Atlanta. I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100. So when it comes to nightlife, DC, you lost. You lost. Off rip. DC, you lost. We not even gonna mention you. I don't even know why I wrote that one down, man. Atlanta, Atlanta smacking the whole country when it comes to nightlife, man. Ain't nothing like Atlanta night. Y'all already know that, man. If you ain't experienced Atlanta night, make sure you fly your ass to Atlanta, man. Make sure you go out. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, Atlanta nightlife definitely smacking DC all upside the head. Now, but DC, y'all gonna redeem y'allself with this one. DC gonna redeem themselves with this one, and I'm talking restaurants, man. I'm talking straight restaurant vibes, man. Now the restaurants, oh my goodness. The restaurants in DC, I ain't gonna lie, the restaurants in DC, I have been very, very satisfied. I have not had one bad meal. I have not had one bad experience, one bad customer service, one bad bill, to be honest. Like everywhere I go in DC, it's like under $100. It's under $100, you dig what I'm saying? The music ain't loud. I'm able to enjoy my food, enjoy my day. I actually talk to her. I ain't got to whisper to her like the Yin Yang twins. You feel me? Like, I can actually talk to my date. Like, you know, DC, the vibes is cool. Like, the restaurants is cool. I feel like I'm getting my value. Feel like I'm getting my worth, what I'm paying for. I feel like I'm actually getting it. You feel me? So I'm liking the DC restaurant vibes. Comment down below if you, like I said, if you live in DC, the DMV area, comment down below some restaurants I need to try, and I'm gonna go to it, man. You know, I like to eat, I like to have a good time. So we're gonna go to the nice restaurants, we're gonna have a great time, you feel me? In Atlanta, y'all know the restaurant game in Atlanta is fucked up. Y'all know the restaurant game in Atlanta fucked up. All we get is lamb chops and hookah, and then they want the restaurant to be half club, and then after 11, they bring the strippers in, and then you can't even get your drink, you can't even hear your waitress, you can't get nothing done. you know what I'm saying, your bill come, you only had an appetizer and a drink, your bill $120 with 50% gratuity on it already. Like, God damn, like Atlanta, y'all wildin'. And I blame the people, honestly. I blame the people because the people pay for it. Like, they know people gonna come to, people are excited to come to Atlanta, and Atlanta is known to be like a flexing cap city. So it's like, people are gonna want to come there. People are people gonna pay the bill. Like, the bill not gonna come and you not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna pay it. Like, when the bill come, you gonna pay it, and you just gonna be like, oh, I not even knowing you just got jugged out your money. You really just got jugged, and they know they jugging you, but they don't care because you gonna pay for it because you in Atlanta and you young and you want to be on the scene, and they know that, so they gonna tax you and you gonna pay for it. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We all get finesse. It's a part of the game. You feel me, Joe? Hey, but yeah, the restaurant, I'm gonna say DC for sure. DC definitely got it on the restaurant. Next topic, we're gonna talk about dating. And I can't really talk about dating because it's not like I'm dating nobody in DC. Like, I done had plenty of dating experiences in Atlanta, I'm gonna tell you, and that shit. But Atlanta, you'll have fun though. Like, in Atlanta, there's so many different people to date. And like I said, like, people, like, if you looking for a trick, this for my ladies, listen, if you looking for a trick, if you're looking for somebody that's just gonna spend that bag and not really looking at, they not really looking to invest in you, they see a pretty face, they see a nice ass, they see what they like, they just gonna, so, you know, you ain't really gotta do much, and they gonna cash out and take you shopping and take you to the mall and take you to eat and take you on trips, and you ain't gotta suck no dick, and you ain't really gotta do that. Like, if you looking for that type of man, go to Atlanta. They there. They giving out money like crazy. They in they second, third married. They second, third divorce. You know what I'm saying? They kids is grown and shit. Like, they 40, 50. Like, the men is outside. Like, they reliving their 20s and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They reliving their whole life over again. So they starting with you, and they looking to ruin your life too. So if you're looking to come up on some little change, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta, they definitely got the tricks. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta definitely got the entertainers. It's easy to probably run across a ball player, a rapper, or something like that. Especially if you look good, you can finesse your way into one of these sections or something like that. Easy. You know, and that's just that. As far as dating, you know what I'm saying? Like, dating in Atlanta, you have a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? The baddies is out. All my fellas who looking, you know what I'm saying? Hey, also all my fellas, you know, the fellas is looking too. Like, you know, let's call a spade. You know what I'm saying? You can love who you want to love in Atlanta, man. Atlanta I'm gonna say Atlanta is good on dating. Like, as far as like, you can date, but as far as like quality dating, I don't know about that, but you could date, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now DC, like I said, I haven't really got my feet wet, but you know what I'm saying? Ladies, holla at me. No, I'm playing, don't holla at me. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. Don't talk to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? If you cost money, I don't want you, okay? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't mind spending money, but if you cost money, I don't want you. Don't let that go over your head, okay? And of course, you have to, when you talk about cities, you gotta talk about the crime rate. You gotta talk about stuff like that. Now, like I said, bro, I'm not no hood person. I'm not no hood dude. I don't be in the hood. I don't play the hood. I don't be on blocks. I don't be outside. I don't do nothing. I be in the house. I go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing the block. I'm not doing that. So as far as crime in DC, I have not seen none of it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen none of it. I don't listen to the radio. I don't watch the news, so I haven't seen none of it. My Instagram is all positive stuff, so I don't see no crime. So I'm kind of oblivious to it. Now I'm not naive. I know it's happening, but I haven't experienced anything. I haven't came across anything. I haven't seen anything bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say DC is pretty cool when it comes to crime. Now, Atlanta is the same way. Like, now, if you follow ATL Scoop, you'll probably think Atlanta, Gotham City. Like, you'll think Atlanta all the chain. But like I said, I don't play the hood in Atlanta. I don't be nowhere in Atlanta. So when I'm in Atlanta, I go to work, I come home, I mind my business. So I feel like as long as you stay in the way, crime shouldn't really be a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? And as far as safety measures, you know what I'm saying? Now, I will say DC, I do feel a little safer in DC than I feel in Atlanta, because even though, like I said, I don't think crime is that bad in Atlanta, but this stuff do be happening though. Like, stuff do be happening. Like, you'll leave Lennox Mall and like 5 minutes later there'll be a shooting at the mall, or like you'll come outside and somebody done hit 5 cars in a row, all the cars broken, you know what I'm saying, the windows broken, like carjackings and all of that, like car break-ins is real high in Atlanta, I will say. But it's like, in Atlanta, you have that thought like, okay, something could pop off, you feel me? Now in DC, I feel a whole lot safer because they actually have like police officers on the block. Like they have police officers, they have National Guard, like, you know, like this is where the president live at. This is where all the important stuff can handle. So like they literally got police in the middle of the street all day, like just posted, you know what I'm saying? Like the police is definitely securing the blocks, you know what I'm saying? So I feel much safer in DC, I will say. I don't be walking the street and be like, oh, something gonna happen, something gonna pop off, oh man, I don't even have that thought here, like, why was up? If something pop off, it's gonna pop off with the police, and that everybody gonna be like, the police gonna be on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can tell. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel a whole lot safer in DC. Now, this overall vibe of the cities, DC versus Atlanta, man. The overall vibe, it just depends on you and what point of life are you in? What part of life are you in, and what do you need out of life? What are you looking for out of life? I think that determines the vibe of the city. Because, like I said, my goal is to be out the way. My goal is to, these last 2 years of my 20s, I just want to be out the way. I want to focus. I really want to be prepared for my 30s, because I'm about to be a grown ass man. I need to be able to take care of a family, take care of a woman, you know what I'm saying? I need to be able to do these things. So the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I seclude myself and really focus up. And I felt like DC was the perfect place to come to do that. You feel me? Like, it's out the way. It's not all the way north, it's not all the way south, it's an hour flight from Atlanta. The flight's not that expensive, you feel me? Like, and I like it. It's still black, it's still diverse, it's still cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's out the way. People don't bother me, people minding their business. Like I said, people got their own stuff going on. So it's like I'm gonna be honest, I have yet to have a conversation with somebody in DC, like a real conversation that wasn't like hi, bye, blah, blah, blah. Like, I have yet to have like a real full-blown conversation with somebody in DC. Like, I feel like everybody got something to do. Like I said, now Atlanta, like I said, Atlanta, that's Black Hollywood, man. Like, young black people, you cannot go wrong moving to Atlanta, man. Like, it's lit. I'm gonna tell you, like, it's lit. It's lit, but it's a distraction, y'all. Like, it's lit, it's beautiful, it's popping, like, it's glamorous, it's luxurious, like, it's everything. It's everything. Atlanta is literally everything. But for me, it was a distraction, man. Like, I want to get out that jungle. And anybody who know, like, you know, if you know, you know, Atlanta is a jungle, man. Atlanta is a jungle. And it was just time for me to get up out the jungle, man, create my own narrative, create my own story. So here I am, man. So this is just part one. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all like a 3-month update, 6-month update, and just keep y'all updated on how I'm feeling about DC. Y'all already know, stay tuned for all the vlogs. I still gotta do the nightlife vlogs. We got more date night vlogs coming. You dig what I'm saying? So make sure you stay tuned. Dope Takes DC 2023 is gonna be amazing. So I just appreciate all y'all rocking with me on this journey. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, man. Dope Takes DC. Let's get it. Let's go.